I hope that you are all doing good, feeling blessed, and most importantly, feeling abundant. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about unconditional love. And before I get into the topic, I am going to timestamp this video so you know when it actually starts. But just to give you a bit of background, firstly, I'd like to apologize because I have not been consistent with my daily word and my encouragement. So, I felt bad about that, but the reason why I can say I've been a bit MIA in that regard, is that my energy hasn't been up to par the way that I would like it to be, for me to be giving out daily encouragement, because sometimes it's not always easy to encourage when you yourself are not being encouraged. And, most of the time, my encouragement, it really comes from God and you guys, of course. But it's hard for me to encourage if I myself am not feeling encouraged. And also, God has really just been giving me this message of preparation, just really needing to reflect and evaluate and come up with a strategy for the new year, closing out any plans or tying up any loose ends that I shouldn't leave open in 2020, but really tying them up and working on them in the new year, so I would just encourage that we all be in that spirit, just planning and writing out what you want, because writing is so powerful. Once you write something, you are kind of giving God an indication or a guide to say, this is how I would like my life to go, this is how I would like things to go. And understanding that yes, he is the author, he is the one that will proofread and decide if what you want is valid, if the story that you are writing for yourself for the new year is valid, and if it is, he will make it happen. So don't go into the new year not having written anything for yourself, not having given him a guideline. So if you don't see me posting for the next couple of days, just know that baby girl is meditating, strategizing, preparing herself, and just clearing out the old so that I can make way for new things, new ideas, new insight, an improved relationship with God, to come into my life. So I have not neglected you guys, but I also need to be at my best so that I can give my best to the channel and let that resonate within my videos as well. Okay, so this topic that I'm going to be discussing today, this is a topic that I've been sitting on for 2 days now, I can say. And, it came through very strong. God was like, I want you to talk about unconditional love. I want you to talk about unconditional love, but also understand it on a very steeper level than what you might understand it now, because that didn't make sense. But anyway, and I believe the reason why he was asking me to, or was highlighting this topic to me, and why I am now highlighting it to you, is because we are coming into the kingdom unions, the kingdom marriages, kingdom partners and counterparts are meeting each other, within the remainder of this year and going into 2021. And with these unions, these hookups, okay, not hookups, but you get what I'm saying, with these relationships coming together, God is saying that, I am not going to put you with someone who is perfect. Your spouse is not perfect. There are things about them that in the past, this might have been a deal breaker. This might have been something where you said, I can't do it, it's not for me. But God is saying that if really you are seeking a relationship, a union that is coming from me, the Most High, then you are going to accept your partner flaws and all, and understand that through whatever imperfection they might have, I am giving you a person with this imperfection because there is a gift within you that I want to unlock, but it can only be unlocked through you understanding and acting out of unconditional love and loving your partner regardless of what they might tell you, whatever they might confess to you, or whatever they just choose to trust you with. I am giving you such a person because I really want you to be able to activate this gift through your partner, and vice versa. There is a gift that your partner has that can only be activated through you. So you also need to be open with them. You need to let them know your history, your past. Obviously, not going too deep, but telling them what they need to know, whatever it might affect them, or whatever might come up in future. You need to let them know. You need to discuss it with them, and know that you are not going to be opening your heart in vain. You're not going to be discussing this in vain, but rather I am giving you this person because they can help you, and vice versa. So that is why unconditional love is coming through, because you have to love each other with no conditions. And on the topic of unconditional love, just want to go into a brief description of unconditional love, then we will carry on. What is unconditional love? Unconditional love, simply put, is love that you offer freely. It has no conditions. You don't base it on what someone does for you in return. Rather, you love them for them and how they make you feel. You want nothing more than to just see them be happy. So, in the times that we live in, unconditional love might seem like it's not possible. It might seem as though this is a fantasy, this doesn't exist, because we live in a time where love is very conditional. People are loved based on what they have, what they do, who they know, all of that. So God is saying that he wants to show he wants to show the world that unconditional love exists, and just give you hope that there is someone out there who is going to love you. This person is going to love you for who you are. They are not going to care about what you tell them. They are not going to care about how you will react to their truth. If anything, this is someone who is going to rejoice in the fact that you have been open and honest with them, and understanding that if your partner runs away after you have expressed your truth, then that is not your kingdom spouse. That is not someone that you are meant to be with. But if they stay, if they are able to say, what, God would not give me something that I wouldn't handle, so there's a reason why he is giving this to me. Instead of running away, let me stay and see how I can become a better person through this situation. And needing to trust yourself, needing to understand that you will be able to love your person unconditionally, because this is also something that you've been seeking to find in others. So what you are seeking, it is also seeking you, and you will find it, provided that you really be open and open your heart. And one thing I've picked up with some of these kingdom relationships, a few weeks ago, I was listening to a prophetic word that was talking about how it is going to be sudden, it is going to be unexpected, So I think that, with these kingdom unions, these connections might have started out as something that was going to be casual, something that was going to be like a friendship, or just a relationship, nothing too significant. But once the two really got to know each other, them meeting each other, it was an activation of some sort. Some kind of activation took place, and both of them went on a quest, for their higher self, and realized that, okay, I want more. This relationship, there's something about it. I want to dig deeper into this bond. It's not what I thought it was going to be. It's not going to be as simple as I thought it was going to be. But now the problem is in me thinking that this relationship wasn't going to be anything deep. It wasn't going to be something significant. I was not open with my partner. I did not let them know who I am completely. There are certain things that I kept from them, but now I cannot go into my marriage, based on lies. I cannot go into my marriage carrying lies or dishonesty, because lies have short legs. at some point, it is going to come out. So rather than it coming out in a way that is unfavorable, in a way that is going to hurt my partner, whom I don't want to hurt, because they are very special to me, I need to let them know. And now I don't know how to tell them, because wow, what if I tell them and they run away? So I feel that some of these relationships are in that bind at this moment, and God is saying, I want you guys to make way for a very open and heart-to-heart conversation where the both of you are going to sit down and you are going to talk, you are going to be honest with each other, you are really going to speak your truth in a way that maybe you have never spoken your truth before, and it's okay. Your partner is going to understand. I think God is also revealing, so if you don't reveal it to your partner, then God is going to reveal, because why wouldn't he? I mean, his power is very vast. There's nothing that God can't do. We don't know God's power, basically. No one knows the extent of God's power. So he will reveal, I believe. If you don't do it, then he is going to do it, and he will reveal. So he's just saying, don't let it get to a point where now I have to reveal this to your partner, and maybe the way I reveal it is not going to be in the best way, and you might lose out on a good thing. Whereas if the both of you can be mature and sit down and have an honest conversation, then it might not go in the way that you expected it to go. It might go better than you might have expected. So next, we're gonna go into the signs of a I should have written this down, and I don't have my notebook, but these are the 5 guides or 5 rules to an unconditional love, but in a healthy way, so just listen to this and then we're gonna close out our video. How to love your partner in an unconditional but healthy way. Number 1, work through the hard times and be able to endure the unfavorable conditions together. Number 2, embrace every moment with each other. Understand the fact that love is filled with ups and downs. No relationship is perfect. Number 3, don't give up at the first sight of imperfection. Number 4, strike a balance, remain true to your individual natures, and have mutual respect for one another, keeping in mind that respect is earned and it needs to be maintained. Lastly, number 5, believe that you and your partner both deserve happiness within a relationship that has no judgment, restrictions, or conditions on how to experience it. Yes, so another thing about unconditional love, it is not meant to be toxic. So you are not signing up to love the toxic traits in a person. And toxic traits for me would be cheating, being disrespected, being abused. Those are not conditions of unconditional love, but rather, a very healthy love, a love where you are both given the space to grow, a space to learn each other, a space to develop, a space where you recognize that, okay, this love, it does exist, and it is going to be an example to a lot of people around you. And this is a relationship where I feel God is also saying, I don't want you to seek outside advice too much. There is a reason why I have put you guys together. If you want clarity, if you want advice about this relationship, come to me in prayer and ask me. I will reveal, I will let you know. But if you're gonna go to people seeking validation, seeking approval, some of them are going to put you off track because they don't understand what I'm trying to do. They don't see my vision. They don't know why I'm bringing the two of you together. So he is saying that if you cannot talk to your partner, talk to me. And if you can't talk to me, both you and your partner need to come together and pray and whatever you need to do, but this is not a relationship that requires a lot of outside voices, but it is going to be healthy for the two of you. So what you have been seeking, you have found it, and whatever your partner has been seeking, they are going to find it within you. but you guys need to be open with each other. You need to be honest. You need to be willing to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is coming through very strong as well, you know, needing to be vulnerable, because we all need a person that we can call a safe zone, you know, someone who can be a safe zone in this world. So understanding that with your person, you know, you can be vulnerable. With the outside world, you can be tough, you can be unapproachable, not affectionate, but when you come home, when you are with your person, that is where you can be vulnerable. You can be a big baby, you know, you can really just let down your guard, and know that it is safe for you. You are not going to be judged, and this is someone who is going to help you improve yourself within your imperfections and really love you despite the points within yourself that you don't love, or they are going to love the things about you that you have been made to feel as though this is bad, this is a negative, this is something that is not great. You know, they are going to help you see the good in areas where you have not been able to see the good, and they are going to multiply that and really just bring a lot of good and blessings into your life, and remind you that love does exist, especially when it's coming from the Most High. It does exist. So that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do love and appreciate you all so much. Mwah.